Well, here we are, the Clashing Twins.
I think it looks great. We're very festive.
They're really
very festive. Hey, this is Tom and Heather with Shadowfields, Monday night in the studio. Please like, share, subscribe to our channel, and click on that notification bell. Smash it so you can stay connected to us whenever we go live.
It's been 2
Happy
months.
hands.
2 months.
Has it really?
Wow. Yeah, it has. And
We
obviously you have really, really bright green. That's...
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Look, even my rings clash. So it's a really good day for clashing.
I'm more of
Hey,
army
Pat.
green or olive
Hey, Tony.
green.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, Pat.
And Shirley. And George. How's George? Oh, my gosh, George.
Wow. Tonight's beverage is B&B. And why? Well, last week's rehearsal ended the bottle of
Oh, yes. The whiskey.
Big House. Big House ended last week.
Was that from Sammy?
No,
was it
that
given
was from
to you?
Dave.
Oh, that was from Dave.
Yes.
Monday in the studio. Yes, we're going to have to get that. We're going to have to record it at some point. Yeah.
We'll have like
What's a
really
big
sweet
electric-
strings.
Big electric drums. No, I think. Something like that.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Yes.
So I do have some food today for us. So I don't know about the history of sourdough, but I have been working up sourdough bread. So as you can see, this is really nicely done sourdough bread. And I've got some cheese from, gosh, what's the name of that cheese place?
Not much of a cheese shop, is it?
No. No, this is, oh gosh, they've got the great butter and the great cheese, and it's Irish. Oh, come on, Heather, use your brain. Gosh, what is it?
I don't know.
Come in
I'm
these
just gonna
gigantic packets. Guys, tell me, what's the name of the cheese? The company, it's like...
K, kill, Kearney, kill,
No. All right.
Killarney.
No, but it's kind of like
Christmas
that.
in Killarney.
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
is your...
Yeah, it's making me think of Hawaiian Christmas. But anyway, I thought we would have a little bit of this while we chit chat and talk. And
Okay.
would you like that? You probably didn't have dinner, did you? You don't really eat dinner that much. But look at this. Look at this. Look at how beautiful that sourdough bread is.
That's amazing.
Oh, do you want to smell it?
It smells just like bread.
So funny. So funny. So what have you been up to?
Well, I promise not to talk long about this. The album is done, though.
Yay!
The Undoubting Thomas album is done, completely done.
I enjoyed helping a little bit, just even
Yes.
from Nashville. That was fun.
Yeah, I sent you
Did
a lot
some
of the
listening
mixes and said,
sessions and
"Hey,
stuff. Yeah.
here's where the song is," and so that was basically 6 months. I started in October, and I finished I guess a week and a half ago. I got the masters back, and so it is completely done.
That's
now
awesome.
I'm just in negotiations with the record company, and
That's
where we're at.
wonderful. That is really wonderful.
Yeah. It's amazing.
And Pat, thank you. It's Carrie
Yes.
Gold. It's called Carrie Gold.
Carrie Gold.
Hey, Becky. Hey, Steve.
Hi, Becky Harder.
How is it?
Very good. I need a Guinness to go with this.
Really?
I have no Guinnesses.
No, but I think that will be just enough. I
Yeah,
was going to
but-
bring some.
But this is wrong. B&B is French. I shouldn't be drinking a French beverage
It's
on
in the-
St. Patrick's Day.
It's in Europe. You know what I
Fortunately, I
mean?
didn't wear orange though.
That's good.
Yeah.
I remember I wore orange one time. I didn't really realize what that meant, but you got to be careful. All right. So, I was going to bring you something that I found at my house. It was the violin.
We're not even going there anymore.
I brought the violin home that I had given Tom, but you weren't really playing it. And I thought I was
How
going
would
to
you
play
know?
it.
You don't live here.
I was going to, well, you said you didn't play it much, but anyway, I thought I'd bring it back to you on St. Patty's Day. I thought that'd be really cool because it's
I
kind of
could
like
have serenaded everyone.
No, I don't think so. Scrunch, crunch, scrunch.
Okay.
I forget. Like, but what else did you do? You actually bought some more stuff. You bought a lot of plugins. I know that, and you bought this big old thing, this universal control surface that nobody can see, but it looks
nobody can see it because we had multiple accidents with the old one. It's a fader for when I'm mixing, and a beverage was spilt into the fader.
And it wasn't me. Isn't that great?
Yes, it was you.
It wasn't me? But I wasn't even here. How could it have been me?
It was an Arnold Palmer that got put into it. And
yeah.
the lemon kind of ate away at some of the traces and stuff like that. And so I had to buy a new one, which is much bigger now.
I'm glad I was able to allow you to use some of your money. That was really good of me.
Yeah.
But it looks like it could like operate a space shuttle. You know, it's gigantic. It's got buttons on the top. It's got knobs. It's got this little fader thing that goes up and down. This big wheel. Little push buttons going up and down, left and right.
You can see the best part about it. It has a big display that gives a time code across the top. Pretty exciting.
I mean, you got to have some people who are geeky. You know what I mean? You're not even a nerd. You're not a nerd. Well, maybe you are. So anyway, tell us, everybody, what have you been doing the last month?
Yeah, 2 months. Tony was in a competition over this last weekend.
I didn't know that.
We're just going to talk about chicken tonight and second place in chicken.
Congratulations. Cheers to you. Do you have any left over? Because you live close enough, you could run it over. We can have like some St. Patty's Day chicken.
He dropped it off on the way back.
He did?
He had a flat tire on the way down for the competition, and he stopped at a place. They put him ahead of everybody else. There's a whole parking lot full of other people.
Yeah.
And he was so thankful that he said, "I'm going to give you the leftovers after the competition." Right. So he went back there and gave them all the leftovers.
That's really nice.
Which I'm sure it's not like leftovers. I mean, it's not like
scraps. They're
you have to
incredible.
cook so much for a competition, but you're only giving them just very little bit of it.
I wish we could have like a Monday in the studio, like just a barbecue. You know,
we'll have we'll get a smoker right back here. What could go wrong? A smoker in an enclosed garage.
Smoking in the studio. Yeah, I couldn't do that. I mean, my whole time was a little boring, but I did make sure that I got out. It wasn't boring.
Where were you?
Oh, where was I?
Where were you?
I was taking care of twins and my girl and her husband for a month.
Oh.
I was kind of like a nun.
It was more than a month.
It was 5 weeks.
I was counting.
But who's counting? But I lost 10 pounds, and I have you can't see it, but I have the most amazing muscles right here. And I do. And I can pick up those girls and they're probably like 22 pounds or something like that a piece.
Together?
No, separately.
They're that 20 big?
Pounds. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, I had lots of really great workouts. And it got nice down in Nashville too. Becky and Steve would attest to that a little bit. A few days that were nice. So we got to go out. I did go out to places like Starbucks, Cracker Barrel, different places.
How'd you escape?
Because they have a nanny that comes in every once in a while. But
so why were you there?
I was there because I'm there overnight in case things go wrong. I'm there in the afternoon. I'm there to go to help them put the kids to bed. And then sometimes I was there all by myself with the two little darlings. So it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. A lot of work. I came back pretty frazzled, but it's really a love. It's a love. It's a love service. What I mean?
I would imagine so.
But I did get to write some poems and some things that I know are going to be moved into songs. Okay. So he hasn't heard any of them. So don't get out your red pen, Busta. Keep away from my lyrics. Yeah. So it should be fun. We've finished up over the last week and a half. A song called "Playing in the Rain."
Yes, we're gonna just touch up a little bit of the mix tonight, and then get it out to mastering.
Super fun.
Yeah.
And we probably won't release it until we have a video, right? We like to do it that way.
We'll see
What do
how
you
it
think?
goes. We do have a big show coming up at Hey Nani
Yes.
in May.
May 16. I think somebody was asking about that. I think Dave Naird, you were asking about that. Yeah, so it's May 16th. It's a Friday night. And then we also have two other things that are coming up. We have a Taste of Roselle in August. And then we also got the Scottish and Highland Games,
Yeah, I get to
Which is
play
gonna be in
I Love
June.
a Lassie again.
June,
I do
June
not
14th.
I do not believe that a kilt will be worn this time.
I don't think it needs to be. Do you?
I don't think so.
No. I mean, I
Maybe-
could ask John Ballantyne, but I don't think
You
so.
you can wear whatever you'd like to wear.
But they gave us from a half hour now to 45 minutes. So they
Okay,
wanted us
45 minutes.
more. They didn't want us
Do we
less.
know what time of day we're playing?
Not yet, but it's probably between like 10 and 2.
Okay.
That's usually kind of when they've got people. And we're a very important band, as you know.
Anything better than 8:00 on a Sunday morning. That's not a really good spot.
I don't think they've got a lot of people there. They probably put in,
That's why I don't want to play on an 8:00
Oh.
on a Sunday morning.
but it should be fun. That's the place that I met this wonderful new
James.
fan James from Michigan. Way, way, way up in Michigan. So that was a lot of
Was he
fun when I met
Michigan?
him.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
Michigan.
yeah, he was. Yeah. Yeah.
That was. Then we played at James's house, and I remember we did a cookout, and it was raining outside, and
So good.
it was
a great,
fun
great,
day.
beautiful weekend actually. So we do have some gigs. We got some stuff going on in my life, and also Tony Metters. His mom is in a difficult situation, so he's taking care of his mom at
Kind
their
of staying
house.
close to home.
So I need to stay close to home. So we're looking at local gigs, and
Yeah.
but I just got a text from Life.
Yeah.
And there is a neighbor in North Carolina that might want us to come out. So we'll have to like manage all these things and try to figure them all out. But we are definitely going to go on the road.
The
to
Beverly
Ohio.
Hillbillies always had Granny in a rocking
oh my
chair
gosh,
on top of the
that's
car
so
or whatever.
funny.
I think we could do that with Tony's mom.
Yes. You know what? She has stayed up with us. I mean, there was one time we went out after a show, and she would have been in her 90s at that point.
Yeah.
And I fell asleep at the table, and she was like on her third drink by the time
Yeah.
I woke up.
Oh yeah, we
I mean,
were
I was-
eating wings and drinking beers and everything like that. And
she stayed up with the best. She's
could,
incredible.
and she's so tiny. And
She's not that she's frail, but she's small. I mean, she's a small lady, and quite a lot of longevity in that woman.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
she has seen us like
Oh,
many,
yeah.
many times.
Yep.
All right. So we're going to do a little bit of a study tonight on a limerick.
What's a limerick?
Well, a limerick is really a poem. Thank you for asking.
A poem?
It is. It's a poem. A poem. And the word
There
limerick. Can I
once
start?
was a girl from Nantucket.
No.
Oh, not
No,
that one.
not that one.
Not that one.
But let me talk a little bit about a limerick. A limerick is
Okay.
actually it's a word that comes from the county or the city of Limerick, and it means
Nobody ever wanted to go to
a
Limerick.
bear.
It's like,
It means-
oh, you want to go to Limerick? No, the jokes are horrible.
it means bare land. Bare land.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but that's the word where the word limerick comes from. They actually really don't know where it comes from, other than the fact that it's the city or a town.
Okay.
So, but there are these wonderful things about a limerick. I mean, typically you would think that a limerick is what? Is it sad or is it funny?
I have no idea. I assume it's funny.
It's funny, right? It's because
That's why I don't like
the
them.
way that its repetition is, it has too long verses or sentences, then or phrases, and then too short, and then one long. So it's da 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 da. Okay, so
now I
it
got
has too long, too short, and the too short are of a different rhyme than the others.
Okay.
So, I tried to make up one from you. There once was a man named Tom who never slept very long.
Tom and Long don't rhyme.
Yeah, in my view, though, they do.
Mm.
So,
Okay, moving on.
so the meter is important. Like 3 things. The meter is important. because you have to have it, and it kind of runs along.
Does it
You
get
have
better
right-
with the more you drink?
Probably.
Okay.
Have some. So there's always a sense of anticipation. First, there's rhymes that are happening, but it's a poem. There's a sense of anticipation that you get towards the end of the limerick. You're not paying attention.
No.
You're like a child
At
who's
the end of the limerick, you were
there's a
anticipating
punchline. The
that
punchline.
I can't wait. It's almost over.
No, it's the punchline. And it's magical. Why is it magical? Because no matter what, you're always thinking that you're going to end with something funny. Like, even if it's the most awful, like, sad poem, you're going, huh? Like, you're waiting for it to be, what? Funny. Like, there's going to be somehow a punchline is going to come. Right.
Okay.
You're like,
Do you have one that you can share with us before we
Oh
go
my
into
gosh.
our video feature for this evening?
I know you guys are excited about all this stuff you're learning. Okay.
It's not my
So-
learning day.
I could tell you're really resisting the learning thing happening here. Okay, so this one was funny. It's kind of musical. It's not really, but you'll have fun with it. Okay. There once was a young lady whose chin resembled the point of a pin. So she had it made sharp and purchased a harp and played several tunes with her chin. I think it's fun. But you see, it's kind of musical.
They use the word chin twice,
I
though.
know. Isn't that weird?
That's
Okay.
not creative.
I felt
enough.
like that was a little bit like,
That's cheating.
I thought it was lazy.
Yeah.
All right, this one's fun. There once was a man from Nantucket who kept all of his cash in a bucket, but his daughter named Nan ran away with a man, and as for the bucket, Nantucket. Like Nantucket, see?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I've heard that
Yeah.
one in a little bit different way, but
Oh,
we
I
won't
know,
go
I
there.
know. I mean, but we're not gonna do that. Okay. Let's see here. That one was done.
If
Okay.
you have a special limerick that you would want the entire world to see, you can.
Yeah, but
can
it's
share
got to
that
be,
with us.
have it be a little tame. There once was an old person of Nice who associations were usually geese. They walked out together in all sorts of weather. That affable person of Nice. See, you were waiting. See, that's the thing. Is
I was
you were-
waiting, and
The magical thing is that
it's kind of like Christmas, like oh,
right, and we blew it.
socks.
Okay, there was a small boy of Quebec who was buried in snow to his neck. When they said, "Are you Frizz?" he replied, "Yes, I is, but we don't call this cold in Quebec." Again, a little lazy, right? And the end wasn't. But that's what I'm getting at is that you're anticipating something, and when it doesn't come, you're like, well, that wasn't any good. Why? Because you were expecting that to be a punchline at the end.
There's
Like,
a
even
reason
if it
why
was-
the Irish drink too much. Speaking of Irish, are you Irish in any way?
Here's what's fascinating about that is my mom is like 43% UK Islands, and she's got red hair. She's beautiful. She's going to be 90 this year.
Really?
Yeah, we're going to have a big 90 birthday. Want to come to upstate New York to say hi to her? Anyway, she's got red hair, hardly any gray hair in her head still. And she's 90. Like, what happened? What? Incredible. It's like she got, she's just drinking red color in her hair. Okay. All right. So,
I was wondering where that was going.
But there is some Irish in her. But when I took my 23andMe, I don't know if everything got mixed up somewhere, but I am 99.1% German.
I can see that sort of.
You mean because I'm so exact and I'm right most of the time? That thing? No?
9.
So anyway, yeah, I mean, I am. I mean, that's why when I say the limerick, it sounds funny because I'm Irish. Are you Irish? Are you Irish?
I am very Irish.
I can't
very
tell by the
Irish.
hair at all.
I'm Irish, and I have like 15% German, 15-20% German,
Okay.
and the rest is
So you're a little bit
basically
right.
Irish,
You're a little bit
Irish,
right.
English, Scottish.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's really good.
I mostly identify with the Irish side.
But you're Scottish, Irish, German,
English.
I mean, that's all that part of the world.
Yeah, there's
You know
no,
what I mean?
There's no Asian in me or anything like that. Or,
I think there's Asian in
or
all of us,
Eastern
though,
Europe.
right? Like we all go back to the same like
I don't.
person.
Yeah, well, that's a little ways back.
Right.
Farther back than I can recall.
Okay, one more limerick. And then we're actually going to share a song with you all tonight. You probably all know it.
We should hurry because it's
Do we know the
right
derivation of this song?
Of which song?
The song that we're going to be sharing.
I don't even know what derivation means. Do you guys know what she's talking about?
Okay. A dozen, a gross, and a score, plus 3 times the square root of 4, divided by 7, plus 5 times 11, is 9 squared and not a bit more. I love that. I want to try to figure that out. That
sounds
good.
like homework.
But I don't know what a gross would be. A
Gross
dozen,
is 144.
a gross. How do you know that?
Because when I used to buy guitar picks, I would buy them in the gross when I was a kid.
Right.
And a gross is 144. It's 12 packs of 12.
I thought gross is something ewy. Where did that come from? Is it too much? It's too much.
Idea.
Too much. Okay. The band shovels is great, especially when they're playing for kids. The toll for the gig is $5.45, and just trust me, the band was too asleep for a jig.
You didn't read it well enough.
Okay. The band Shadow Fields is great, especially when playing for kids. The toll for the gig is a $5.45 load in. Trust me, the band was too asleep for a jig. Did I do it correctly?
The rhyme pattern was not correct, Pat, but the sentiment was actually correct.
It could
we played a show on last Friday for a high school. We played 3 shows in the high school auditorium.
We forgot to tell them that, yes.
And load-in was 5:45 in the morning. Pat had to drive an hour to get there.
Yep.
Everybody was very, very, very tired.
So I think the band Shadow Fields is great, especially when playing for steak. It's great in steak.
You okay? All right, we have to go into the video right now.
All right, so this video.
This is taking us way back in time.
Way back machine.
Yes.
2015, 10 years ago,
10
you guys.
years ago. We look the same, surprisingly, after 10 years.
So not true.
We have not changed at all.
That is so not true. We looked incredibly different.
Well, this was the Irish song written by the German girl.
And this is when I look like Glinda, the Good Witch of the North. Enjoy.
She walked through the forest with ribbons in her hair, picking out the trillium as it laid everywhere.
Under cherry blossoms, she told him her lies. He kissed her lips, and then he said goodbye. Far away we go, always time slips on by. When we seem to have what we want, for the love of ourselves we push love aside.
He laid down the note on the bed where she slept. We'd never be anything, that's what she said.
Under the starlight, he told her his lies. He kissed her cheek and he whispered goodbye. Far away we go, always time slips on by. When we seem to have what we want, for the love of ourselves we push love aside. It's a mistake to say those lies all the time, but I won't try. It's easier if I just say goodbye.
Exactly at 5, the bell told the time. He'd walk through the doorway with love on his mind. But
the door never opened. He'd gone down the path, all the lies he told her, and his kisses didn't last. Far away we go. Always time slips on by. When we seem to have what we want, for the love of ourselves we push the other side. Far away we go. Always time slips on by. When we seem to have what we want, for the love of ourselves we push the other side. For the love of ourselves we push the other side. For the love of ourselves we push
Dave Mack, everybody.
That was a good band. Humphrey McCowan.
We
That's a
haven't
great
changed at
band.
all.
Not at all.
I just had a chin back then, huh, Tony?
That was nice. The kind one that
Well, you
joined
see-
us tonight.
That's the whole purpose behind the beard. You see, it actually gives you a chin if you don't have a chin, or if you have multiples.
I still have my chin, which is nice. Well, yeah. So that was really fun because Dave Mack was with us. So he would actually like to come and do more songs with us. I should probably tell him about us, the Scottish and Highland games, so he can come play with us again. Would you like that?
Possibly.
Possibly. Maybe I could get
That'd be
my
fun.
flute. I could do maybe a song with a flute.
I think we should definitely do that. If I have to do,
Little Lassie.
I love
one?
a lassie. If I have to do that, you have to do something that's equally ridiculous.
No, it won't
You have
be
to hop
ridiculous
around
either.
on one foot playing the Irish whistle or something.
Yes. Oh, that would be fun. I would love to do the Irish whistle. You know, I played the what's it called? Not the flute, but the piccolo.
Recorder.
No,
Oh.
no, recorder. No, I played the piccolo. I played the piccolo in band, and I was first chair. You know, I had to play the piccolo, so I was that kind of girl. Went to the marching band. The tiniest little.
I know.
thing
It
ever.
makes me think of like Sousa marches and stuff
Oh,
like that.
absolutely. We played John Philip Sousa. We played.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. But yeah, we'll have to. But the recorder, I don't think they have recorders, and tin whistles makes a lot of sense. But I think we're gonna have to come up with a song. Shall we create a song just for that?
I think we'll figure
We
out
could
something.
do that. We could do that. So come on down on June 14th. Hang out with us at the Scottish Fest, and then also
It'll definitely be a different show than a couple weeks before at Hey Nani. Hey
Yeah.
Nani, we're going to introduce a few new songs,
Yeah.
and we're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's a ticketed show. So anyone who's coming from out of town, which I hope a lot of you do,
It's a
well,
listening room.
it's a
Absolutely,
listening
it is
room.
not a bar. It is a listening room.
right? You can order drinks there.
Oh yeah,
and that
drinks
kind of stuff.
and there are even tables
Yeah,
where you can have food.
yeah.
But it is mainly a listening room, which
There's
we
like,
love
is
to
it
do.
60 people in there?
Maybe
Maybe
100.
100. I think it's a small.
So it's not going to be
small one.
gigantic. So
Yeah. But it should be a lot of fun, and we're happy to go back there because we were there before. It's a great room. The sound is great. The owner really believes in original music, and that's always good to
Yeah.
have. Is that kind of support behind you? But yeah.
Tony says Thin Lizzy covers. I think the boys are back in kilts. I think that's
Boys
the
are back in
kilts.
kilts.
The boys are back in kilts.
That would be so fun if I got all the guys to wear kilts.
You'll never do that. You can dream all you want. It'll never.
I want. What would
happen.
it take? What would it take? I think I'm gonna have to ask. Like,
It
what
would just
what-
never happen. So just stop dreaming.
I don't know. I think I could get you guys to
Stop
do
dreaming.
it.
No.
You guys could do it.
Anyway, thank you so much for being with
Well,
us
we
tonight.
hope you enjoyed this return. I know, even though we're clashing of colors,
Yes, promise
didn't
not to
offend
clash.
you
I'll
too
go
much.
with black next week.
but we're so glad to be back with you all, and we'll be back next week, and we'll be talking more about music, songwriting,
Maybe we'll have some
here,
special guests
and
and
maybe we'll
stuff.
have a special guest.
Please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about it. If you have some suggestions about what we should talk about or who we should have on the show,
Please do tell
Please
us.
do
We're
so.
open to suggestions.
maybe one of these weeks we'll have the famous chef Tony Skarukin, and we'll interview him about what it's like to be a barbecue champion.
That's a great idea.
I'm really good at burning things on a grill. My kids used to call the things I would cook on the grill chicken chips
Yummy.
and ham chips.
We're so glad that you're with us. Thanks for coming on this musical adventure with us. We'll look forward to seeing you next week.
All right.
Have a wonderful night. We're out of here Monday in the studio.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.